Hello and welcome to Zero Uncut. I'm Zero.
And I'm Bobby.
Now, first of all, let's start off with we were meant to have a guest on this week, but due to
Yeah.
unforeseen circumstances, she hasn't been able to make it this week. But that
Yeah.
has been moved to next week.
All good, no problem.
Hopefully.
We can
So yeah,
we can do our WrestleMania thing.
yes, we will be. Yeah, we'll be doing the WrestleMania show today rather than the recap thingy. Now, just a quick few bits of news has come down, obviously, today, Bobby. I know you've obviously not been about before this, so some of it you might not have seen, so we might as well cover it off then. Right, so one of the things that's actually just come down, a couple of places are actually reporting it, is the Roman versus Cody match, obviously for the main event of WrestleMania. The original pitch for the match was actually a no DQ match. And then a load of creative wanted to change it to last man standing for it. And now obviously it's gone back to normal, but there's still talks of some of the creative team wanting to add the no DQ stipulation to it. So it could be added as late as Friday, basically. So they could literally find a way to write it in and add it as late as Friday. So then that way, and that covers the DQ, what was originally planned at WrestleMania for the ending. So then they can then obviously then end it on a controversial fashion, especially if what the rumours are, which I've been hinting at all day, which involves a certain Mr. Orton coming back as a heel. Especially if he comes in, especially if he comes back and literally one of the things is I've been teasing basically him RKOing Cody, but I've also been teasing him RKOing Roman. Now, one of the things I heard was he was literally going to come on in, clear the entire ring, and then sort of disappear, and it was still going to be Roman getting the win because what he was going to do was he was going to RKO the Usos on the outside, RKO Solo, and that. Then he was then going to go on in and clear the ring, chase Heyman off by threatening him with an RKO. That would have been hilarious watching Heyman go running. So it's then literally just Roman and Cody in the ring, and then RKO both of them. So then the match can then be ended after that either via obviously if it was last man standing, the original pitch was both of them were going to be down for the 10 count, so it was going to be ended in a no contest for it. And that's then how Roman keeps the belt, and it also keeps Cody looking strong without being pinned and stuff. So yeah, which might make sense.
Yeah, I could see it either way. It saves Roman. Yeah. It saves Cody.
Yeah. We might as well go into that afterwards then. One of the other bits of news then as well that's come down. This is obviously WrestleMania related, but I might as well cover it. Is
is that this week?
Yeah, it is, obviously, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, I had no idea.
Yeah.
Slipped my mind.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. Gangrel has been Gangrel is actually showing up apparently in Edge's entrance for it. Now that's come down from PW Insider. That's going to be good.
Did you hear who else might show up?
Yeah, Christian. Yeah,
Tony Khan gave the green light.
Yeah, Tony Khan's given the green light for it. Yeah, so
that would be cool.
So yeah, it would be.
If that happens, props to you, Tony Khan. It's a good move on your part for allowing your.
You know why that is, though, because obviously they're trying to give Edge whatever he can do, because of course this is going to be his final year, isn't it? He's going to be gone. Yeah. He's going to be gone by the end of the year. So I would say.
Well, I'm saying Tony Khan could be like, nah, but credit where credit is due. He's allowing it if it happens, of course.
Yeah. So yeah, that's Obviously, if it happens, it happens. If not, then it's definitely Gangrel. He's definitely going to be there. That's come down from PW Insider to say that Gangrel will be with Edge for the entrance. Now, one of the other things that has come down as well then today is news about Vince. Apparently, this has come down from Fightful, where it turns around and says. Basically that his office and that has been seen backstage. He has been involved a few bits, his office sign, like the one that says Vince McMahon's office.
Yeah, no, sorry, I just heard like the weirdest noise. That's why I looked up like that.
Oh, right, okay. I don't know what that was. Oh, I know what it was actually. Yeah, no, I know what it is. Ignore
that. Cat?
No, it wasn't. No. Yeah. What was it? Yeah, so the Vince McMahon sign's backstage. He's got a lot of talent worried, apparently. But what they've done is they've put it up for a joke, apparently. And it's you walk into there and it goes into like a set which they have set up on it. So you can walk on there and it looks like it's a set and stuff. It's quite funny. And that's so if Vince doesn't go up, he's still got his office there, but it's also like a staging set and stuff. So they've got all that there. Talking about that as well, yeah. A couple of talent have apparently been worried that Vince is back and that he's been like taking over some creative and stuff. Now, nobody truly knows. I've spoke to a few of the talent and they haven't heard anything. They've said Vince isn't there. I obviously can't name the talent or anything like that for reasons, but yeah, they've
name them. Name them.
No.
We have an honest fan base. No, we don't.
No, so yeah, so they haven't heard anything and they haven't seen Vince, but obviously Fightful are claiming that there's been a few that's seen Vince and reckon that Vince is back and stuff, but
it's like Bigfoot.
Yeah.
People have claimed they've seen him,
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. One of the other things then that's also come down, and this is the last little bit of news that we'll cover, is the PIF, which is obviously Saudi Arabia. It seems now that they are making quite a stake for WWE, and obviously everyone's like, oh, since this has come down a little bit, everyone's like, oh, Saudi Arabia is going to get it. It's really bad news and stuff, but it isn't, because what people don't understand is they, before they actually sign off on anything like that, they speak. They speak to all the wrestlers. And from what I've been told and what other people have been told as well, because there's actually other people reporting this as well, I will do a shout out to them. It's Boozer Wrestling. Basically, he's heard it as well, and he was actually one of the first ones that's reported it. Is job security is actually going to be really high, so it will basically mean that with all the extra money and stuff, there won't be any budget cuts. The production will be a hell of a lot better. You'll get your unique sets. Everyone will get unique sets and stuff like that they want for, the pay-per-views and stuff. The wrestlers and that are going to get treated a lot better. You're going to see a lot of other people pushed because they're going to have a lot more time to push people, and a lot more sort of, they could even end up bringing in another WWE show for it. If they can get a network to sign off on it, you could have a third WWE show a week, well, a fourth show technically with NXT and stuff like that. So a fourth show where you can then showcase more talent per week, and unlike what people think, the wrestlers don't want to walk. The wrestlers do want to stay there. They voted quite highly, and they're actually doing a vote apparently between most of the team and most of the wrestlers to say which one they would prefer out of Disney and PIF, which is obviously Saudi Arabia. And apparently a lot of people who I've spoken to and a lot of other people who have mentioned it have turned around and said that they're voting PIF because of the job security aspects and stuff, because Disney won't guarantee that. Disney can't guarantee it. Yes, they've got a lot of money, but if Disney want to start making budget cuts, they're gone, basically. The first thing they'll do is they'll just start taking it off WE because it's not a Disney original thing. So they'll start cutting WE down first for it. So it's a lot more riskier. Whereas if it's through Saudi Arabia will actually physically own it and it will be something that they really wanted to invest in and they really enjoy investing into it, basically. So, that's that. That's all the news that I've seen this week down. There's nothing else that's coming down at the moment. Obviously it's a busy week kind of for for this week and that. Coming up. We might as well get into that then. So you're actually flying out tomorrow, aren't you? Flying out to Mania.
At this time tomorrow, I'll probably be in the airport of Georgia.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, we have a 3-hour layover, pretty much.
Oh dear. Oh, okay, fair enough.
And you know what? When we were booking this flight, it was like nothing. It was like layover, and it's like, man, why? But our flight home is it's straight through, so.
Oh, fair enough. How long's the journey then in total?
Well, So we leave 1:10 our time, my time. Sorry.
Yeah.
We get there around 8:30, 8:45 their time. So pretty much it's 10 hours.
Christ. Yeah, but then
But since we're going back in time, I'm trying to figure out how to explain it because it's like
yeah,
if you explain this to somebody, so pretty much it's like 10 hours, but we're really doing 7 or 7. Yeah,
it seems like it's 7, but it's not. It's going to be 10 because, of course, technically, because the timing.
We're going back in time, but then again, it's like a 5-hour flight coming home.
Yeah,
but you're doing 8 hours. It doesn't.
Yeah.
You're not on the flight for 8 hours. You just jump ahead 3 hours.
Yeah,
and that is going to be a pain.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, definitely.
I took off of work the day after I come back just so I can get my body reset.
Yeah, big time. So, yeah, very, very much big time for that one. Yeah, it's
if y'all see me out there, come say hi.
Yeah,
gladly. Yeah, but no pictures. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I do also want to say as well, because I did say that I would do that, is I need to give a shout out to one of the people who actually sponsor Xero, WrestleBuddy. They are actually they're actually there this weekend. They've actually got 6 people from their team attending this weekend.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I got people I got to find out there. We got our boy Ant from last week.
Yeah.
I guess Bougie.
Yeah, if he's there.
If I run into him, I'll hug him. Yeah. No, I heard. Didn't he say last time we talked to him he's going to be out there full time?
I don't know because he said to me he's. That was something actually which I was going to bring up with you. Bear with. Let me just go into a thingy a minute. Hang on. Let me load it up.
So.
Okay. Right. Hang on. Let me just find it. He actually messaged me the other day, and I wanted to actually do this on air, which I completely forgot to say. So,
you're welcome.
Yes.
Trying to think of more names for them.
Right. So hang on. Sorry, I'm just loading into his messages. Everyone, I forgot about this. Right. So hang on. Right. So I should say is Bougie for the 5th of the 4th, so obviously 5th of April, which is next week. What day's that on? The 5th? That'd be...
That's the day I fly out. I think that's a Tuesday.
That's a Wednesday.
Wait, is it?
Wednesday the 5th, yeah. Yeah, Wednesday's the 5th.
Okay, so yeah, that's the day. What about April? Oh, he'll be back on the show?
No. April the 5th. Bougie has actually been invited to AEW
awesome.
to do the
Long Island.
Yeah, to do the Dark Elevation and the AEW Dynamite tapings in Long Island.
Great.
So he's actually been invited to there, and he said to me he's excited and that for next week and stuff. So you never know. Yeah, so we might actually be seeing our boy Bougie on there. Well, you'll be seeing him on AEW.
I watch Elevation and Rampage.
Yeah. So
there that sound is again.
Yeah, I know what that is. Don't worry about it. So, yeah. No, it's an air freshener.
yeah, sure. That's what they all say.
It is. No.
Hey, Xero, look at the camera. Xero, look at the camera.
Yeah.
I got you. Air freshener.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. No. So Bougie is going to be on Elevation and possibly Rampage and stuff like that, and stuff like that. So yeah, he's so you'll probably see him for it. So
heck yeah, that's awesome.
He's been invited to it, obviously. Yeah, he's been invited to it. I don't know whether he's obviously has official confirmation he's actually going to be on it, but he's been invited to it. So obviously, I know sometimes Bougie listens to this. So if you do listen to this before you go to the show, mate, good luck and that. And I expect Bobby will tell me all about it when Bobby sees you or whatever, if he sees you on there and that, Yeah,
right. I hope he makes it onto Elevation or Rampage or whatever. I'll be or even Dynamite, heck.
Yeah, well, we don't know when it'll be recorded for because they could be doing the tapings and it could be for in a couple of weeks or whatever that they air it. It depends, obviously. They do a bulk, don't they?
No, that's dark.
Right, fair enough.
So
yeah.
Wait. Unless do they have a live Rampage? I don't know.
It won't be if he's there for the Wednesday. If he's there for the Wednesday, then it'll be taped. Won't it?
Well, yeah, that's true. So yeah, it would either be Elevation or Rampage, which Elevation airs the following Monday.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
Rampage
and
Friday. Rampage is that Friday. Yeah.
So keep an eye out for him. Anyone else who obviously does watch AEW also listens to this, and keep an eye out for a bougie on AEW soon, hopefully. He did say he wanted to get signed somewhere, and he was looking for that bag, and he might have potentially have got it now.
Hey, man,
if he does well, it's not WWE, but it's AEW. He's done. I know obviously I shit on AEW a lot, and I know I say that, but if he gets out there and he gets onto that big stage, then WWE will see him a lot more, and
I thought he was about to give AEW a compliment, but it turns into WWE was.
Of course, I'm not going to. Yeah. So.
Shout out. That's awesome. Big things. I hope.
Big things for him. Yeah. Yeah. So he's gonna. So that's a bit. Yeah, so that was talking about bougie. I went into a spill now. I completely forgot what we were doing now. So so
WrestleMania.
Yeah. So again, so Bobby's flying out there. He's going to be there. Basically. Yeah, basically.
I can't wait, man. I just the fact that we ordered these tickets in August.
Yeah.
And I remember where I was when we ordered them. Well, where I was going to. I was going to meet Kevin Nash and Orange Cassidy and Booker T. My buddy was doing it on the ride there, and it's a day away. I can't believe it. I'm super excited.
Are you doing the meet and greet as well? Still,
yeah.
Or are you actually watching NXT in the end?
No. We never. If Shawn Michaels was wrestling, we all agreed. We were like, well, we kind of have to go.
Yeah.
And I was like, guys, we find out at Roadblock who the opponent is. So I was watching. Then Waller challenges him, and I'm like getting ready to order the tickets on my phone. He goes, "It's not gonna be me." I'm like, all right.
Yeah, no,
but it's okay.
Oh no, it's not going on.
No, Gargano. Yeah. When the music hit, I was like, who is this? And then I see him run down to the ring. I'm like, why is Gargano facing Waller? Then I'm like, oh, Waller beat him up on the way out.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, wow, I totally forgot about that.
Yeah.
I was like, awesome. But yeah, it's okay, though, because you know what I'll be doing at that time?
What?
I'll be meeting Drew McIntyre.
Oh, yeah, you will be, won't you? Yeah.
Yeah, so,
Yeah.
I'm excited. That man's gonna be massive, and I'm just hi, sir. I only get a couple seconds with him, but I mean, I get a legit photo op. It's cool. I'm cool with it, I just wanna, and I'll be meeting Liv Morgan Saturday night.
Okay. Oh, what, before the show or after?
After, actually, 10 o'clock Western.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, she's doing 10 to 12, so I'm assuming Mania wraps around 9.
It must, unless that's, because they've got a press conference straight after Mania.
Night one?
It's got to be. Yeah, both nights have got a press conference afterwards.
Do you know what time?
Straight after, it says. It says straight after Mania's finished, because it's booked in for straight after Mania.
Yeah, even if it goes, I don't think it would go 5 hours each night. I don't think.
No, well, obviously we've got a pre-show before each night anyway, so that'd be an hour-long pre-show before each night, and then so it'd be 5 hours I expect in total. So it'd be an hour's pre-show plus then 4.
Okay. So 4 to 9.
Yeah, but, 4 to 9 I expect. Yeah.
In reality, it's 5 to 9. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, 5 to 9 of action. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I know here in the UK it says it starts at 1 a.m. for us. The main cars, and it runs till 5 a.m. So what's that? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's 4 hours.
That's 4 hours. Yeah, that's 4. Yeah, so that's 4 hours.
So and I doubt they're including the pre-show in that, because you can get the
pre-show. No, the pre-show starts at midnight for us. Yeah. So
I'm listen. I listen. Guess what time SmackDown ends for me Friday night?
It's gonna be a late one, isn't it?
No. Well, I'm sorry. Guess what time? It's just SmackDown, not the Hall of Fame. SmackDown.
SmackDown ends in at 8 till 10
on the East Coast.
Oh yeah, on the East Coast.
7 p.m. SmackDown.
Oh yeah, it would be, wouldn't it? Yeah, that's why they're able to do it then. Yeah, cool about that. Yeah, yeah, it's 7 p.m.
And Raw ends at 8.
Afterwards. Yeah,
and Raw ends at 8. Straight up 8.
Yeah. Yeah.
Raw was a lot of fun last year. I sat next to this guy. God bless him. He has to deal with me. But we were just chatting, and I'm like, "Oh, where are you from?" And he's like, "Oh, New Jersey." I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Really?"
Okay.
He's like, "Wait, what's wrong?" I'm like, "So am I." I'm like, "So are." I posted to my friends. I'm like, "So are we?" I'm like, "Where are you from?" And he's like, "Oh, this place." And I'm like, "That's like 20 minutes from me."
Okay,
I'm like, "What a small world." I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's not too bad then. So yeah, so you never know who you could bump into again this time.
Yeah. I mean, you go meeting up with some friends from my favorite wrestling podcast. It's gonna be a fun time. I'm meeting up with some YouTube friends too that I made. I don't know if you watched my Royal Rumble stream.
I think I did. I can't remember.
Do you remember the couple, the blonde girl and her husband?
Yeah.
I'm meeting up with them. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
So,
I was like, get to say hello, put a face to the name. You know?
So if anyone this weekend then spots Bobby or any Bobby's breakdowns merchandise, I expect if he's probably wearing any, if he's got any.
And if you have a problem and want to get physical, take it up with the guys next to me, not me. I don't.
Yeah. And or any of the going back to WrestleBuddy or any of the WrestleBuddy stuff, then yeah.
This is the one hoodie I'm bringing, but I doubt I'm going to be wearing it because LA is so hot.
Yeah, it's going to be hot for you, isn't it? So yeah.
Yeah. I'll be in a night one. I'll be for the love of God. Well, actually. I might because we just booked a car.
Yeah.
So we might be able to get back to the hotel if Drew is night 2.
Yeah.
That's if they announce it.
Yeah. Well, the thing that PW Insider said earlier on is that it's meant. I think it was PW Insider. That they are meant to be announcing it over the next day or two. So, knowing your luck, you'll be on the plane as it comes through.
I mean, I'll see it eventually, as long as by Saturday morning, I know.
Yeah.
You know.
You never know. They might even announce it at SmackDown as you're there. So
I'm cool with that. I'll look at the screen. If Drew is night 2, because I want to wear Drew's shirt when I meet him.
Well, hang on. I think somebody said it down earlier on. No, I can't find it now. I'm not bothered looking all the way through Twitter. Somebody actually sent out some apparent run sheet, some apparent list of what was going on. But it seems weird because all the women's matches are all on one night. Which is weird.
That's on Wikipedia. Yeah. Damage Control night 1, Belair, Asuka night 1, Ripley Charlotte night 1.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be right because I can't see.
There's 4 women's matches. It would be 2 and 2.
Yeah, I can't see them putting all that on there. Plus, as well, if you think about it, the original plans was meant to be KO and Sammy versus the Usos closing night 1, but they're not even mentioned for night 1. And I can't see them doing KO and Sammy versus the Usos on night 2, plus Roman and Cody on night 2. I can't see it because they're gonna want KO and Sammy to main event for that big, for that big ending and stuff. And obviously, then you've also got the Roman and Cody match. So it's like I can't see those lists being correct. I can see that being changed around quite a lot, basically.
Oh, this is Wikipedia, so I mean anybody could edit this. I mean, we know of three matches officially.
Yeah.
Cody and Roman night 2, Seth Logan night 1, Cena Theory night 1.
Yeah. And obviously Cena and Theory will open up. So open up.
So actually, if I have to wear both shirts, that's okay because I can either wear my Theory shirt with pride, or I'll just ditch it and be like, Theory shirt? What Theory shirt? He didn't just lose to John Cena. No, I think we'll get into that. Yeah. We'll predict some matches.
Yeah. Oh, one of the other things as well, I've just literally noticed it as I was scrolling. Referee Tim White is going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. It was announced today. posthumously. He's getting the Warrior Award.
It's the second one to be post whatever that word is.
Yeah, posthumously. Yeah.
It's weird because 40% of the class is not alive.
Yeah, no, yeah. So it's
and one's a current wrestler, which is strange. Yeah. The other one is he barely wrestled in WWE.
Yeah.
And the other one barely wrestled in WWE, legitly, Stacy Keibler. So I don't know.
Yeah. So it's like, so it's going to be a weird kind of, it's going to be a weird kind of Hall of Fame because it's a really short class as well. But I think they're wanting to try and cut it down because last year everyone was saying it was a bit too much when they obviously had that massive class. And then, of course, NXT the next day and everything like that, basically.
How many was in it last year? I think like almost last year.
Was it? Oh, I don't know. But
Taker, Vader, Shad Gaspard, the Steiners.
Yeah.
Charmel.
That was it. Yeah. So actually, so it wasn't that much then, basically.
But I mean, Taker talked for a while. The Steiners were kind of a while. Yeah. Well, it was funny. Did you watch the Hall of Fame last year or no?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
So remember what Breaker said? It was before he introduced them.
Not fully. No,
he's
not
like,
fully.
I'm about to make the worst mistake of my career and hand the microphone to my Uncle Scott.
Oh yeah.
We started cracking up at that. We were like, "Oh, cool, Braun Breaker being himself."
Because funny. I don't think they were expecting. Well, they didn't know what to expect, did they, from him? So because he's very he could be quite vocal on the mic. Yeah.
I've met him twice. I've shook his hand both times. Very nice guy both times. So I mean, but the stories of him are hilarious. Have you heard the drug test story?
I've heard a few stories.
The one with
Triple H? That one. No.
Okay, so somebody came up to him. I don't know who it was, but they were like, "Hey, we're gonna drug test you." He goes, "Okay, no problem." He goes, "Cool, no problem. Just have Triple H pick me up in a limo, and we can do one together. I have no problem." And for some reason, it was never mentioned to him again.
Yeah. Okay.
He's like, "Cool." He's like, "Cool, we'll do one, but have Triple H pick me up in a limo. But why, I don't know. But he's like, and we can do one together. I have no problem doing it with him." And they were like, okay, never mind. Because they knew it was like, all right, he's on to us.
They knew. Yeah, they knew. Yeah. So no, that's cool. Well, we better get into the predictions anyway because we've done half hours worth of this. So right then. So we might as well start off then.
And I'm not gonna keep track of this. Maybe I can listen back to this before the show next. You know what? You know what I can do?
What?
I can download this episode on YouTube and then listen back on the plane.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
Boom, and then I'll keep my notes. Boom, let's do it.
Yeah. Right. So let's bring up the current card then. So
yes, I got it right here if you want.
You got it right there, have you? Oh, cool.
Yep, I've been ready. All right, we'll go into we'll just go down the line as this is listed. Okay. Austin Theory versus John Cena. What do you got?
I think Cena. I know you're going to say Theory, but I think Cena and I kind of agree with something that that others have not been saying is they've got Cena for a little bit after Mania. Cena's going to be on Raw after Mania, and that from what I'm hearing, I'm sure that Cena's going to be on Raw after Mania.
Because why would they have him kick it off if he doesn't have to get out of there?
Because they might be using him for something on night 2 as well, for a segment on night 2. But that's
still, why have him kick off? Why not have him hang around?
I don't know, but it's.
I'm not buying it. Not buying it.
From something which I'm hearing is that he could potentially be on Raw afterwards. Now, if he is, then what I can see is that he wins the title or Theory, does an open challenge on Raw, and that's then how you then get one of the new ones to come on in, because of course then you're meant to then be having there's rumors of Matt Cardona, there's rumors of Jay White. There's all these NXT call-ups as well that's going to happen. And if you think about it,
I've heard
if Bron Breakker drops the belt,
never mind.
Yeah.
I meant to, as it was leaving my mouth, I said, "Wait a minute, no, don't say that."
Yeah,
I was going to say I've heard that theory.
But obviously, saying like Bron Breakker drops to Carmelo Hayes on Saturday at NXT, then obviously you've got potentially then Bron Breakker coming on up to to obviously do it that way and stuff. So it's
I don't know. I just don't see Cena coming back.
No?
Burying this kid and then burying him even more.
Apparently,
Cena sees something in him and he wants to help him out.
Yeah,
so I'm going with theory. I just think this is to get him to the next level.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah,
and you know what? Somebody on the podcast I listened to, somebody made a joke because they do a fan question section.
Yeah,
and you know how Theory cut that promo on Raw in front of no one, in front of the empty crowd.
Yeah.
They were like, "Oh, is that all the people that buy his merch?" And I said, "How dare you? I have a shirt." I was like, "How dare you?"
Well, at least he's got one. At least he's got one sell then.
Yeah, that's my buddy went to Nashville last. Wait, where was SummerSlam? It was Nashville, right?
Yeah, Nashville. Yeah.
Yeah, and he said nobody. They went to like Access or whatever, and nobody was in Theory's line, and he was like, "Man,
oh,
he's like, I might just go buy a ticket just to talk to the guy."
Yeah.
He's like, just so he has something. I was like,
yeah,
maybe that's why he's not on the WrestleMania thing.
Probably, yeah, I expect so. Yeah, because of it.
If Cena was on there, I would have bought that photo op.
Yeah.
So quickly, and I would have just looked at the price and been like, "What? Cool, $1,000? Okay, fine."
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So
Deal.
yeah. So that's, So yeah.
All right. So we're differing at least.
Yeah.
All right. Next week. Next match.
Next week.
Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul. Who you got?
I think Logan.
See, I think Seth.
On that, you think so? Well, yeah, it depends though whether the rumors are true because Logan Paul's been saying his contract's up, and the reason why I'm thinking Logan is if he's not re-signing, then they're going to then they might send him out on a high to try and convince him to re-sign. But then I'm also thinking as well that if he does re-sign, then the next pay-per-view is in Puerto Rico, and Logan lives in Puerto Rico. So if anything, then they might have Seth win at Backlash for that hometown upset thingy on Logan Paul.
You mean Logan wins at Backlash? You mean?
No. I mean Seth wins a Backlash, and
oh, you're saying not a hometown victory? Okay.
Yeah, not a hometown victory. Yeah, so it's the hometown upset basically. So Seth then, so Seth basically beats Logan in where he's obviously living at. So and obviously does that way. That's what I can see anyway.
And then the third match is in Saudi.
If they do a third match, they might not. They might just keep it as a 2.
I mean, that's a Saudi payday for Logan. One of the top guys goes. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Here's my thing. If Logan leaves, which very well could happen, I don't think they're gonna. I think they're gonna be like, "Hey, you have a lot of projects going on, my man. Go tackle those, and we'll be ready for you when you come back." Like McAfee. McAfee had a lot of projects, and they were like, "Listen, we get it. Go do your thing, and we'll be here when you get back." I think that could be a thing. Like Logan's not going to AEW. So, I mean, it doesn't matter.
No, he's not. No, he's definitely not going there. So
I feel like Triple H loves Logan. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they want to bring Jake in, don't they? It's WWE. So.
Yeah. So I think even if his contract is up, and speaking of Logan Paul, in a way, Lele Pons, you liar.
Yeah.
Somebody from Fightful, they got a quote from a WWE representative or source, and it was quoted at, "That's very generous of us." to offer her $20 million. That's very generous of it.
Okay. Yeah, so that's that's a bit of a weird one, isn't it? So yeah.
All right. I'm going with Seth just because he's lost the last 4 Manias.
Yeah, fair enough. So that was yeah. So yeah, I'm looking at the card here actually as well because I've managed to figure it out.
Yeah.
So
next is are you on Wikipedia?
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Okay, so we're looking at the same order. Good.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure. All right, next we have Damage Control versus Trish, Lita, and Becky. 6-woman tag match, no belts on the line. Who you got?
I've got Damage Control.
See, I do too.
Yeah. From I reckon Trish screws them to set up then Becky versus Trish at Mania.
I think it's just weird to have Damage Control job to 2 part-timers.
Yeah.
And I think this because these let me look real quick just to confirm. Well, all right. There's 2 people.
Yeah.
On the card currently, yes. I'm sorry, 3 people on the card currently that are some of Triple H's returns. We have Chelsea Green.
Yeah.
And Asuka. Chelsea Green, Io, and Dakota. Well, I guess Io doesn't really count. She was there. She just came up.
She was there.
Right.
Yeah.
Dakota and Chelsea. I think I think this is a good chance to be like, hey, one of Triple H's returns is panning out. Because let's be real. Let's jump ahead. Chelsea Green's not winning that Fatal 4-Way.
No.
All right. I got Damage Control. Yeah, I just think something's gonna happen. They can get more out of Trish and Lita, or maybe Trish. Yeah. And then when they lose those belts, I have no idea. Okay.
Yeah, so that's that one. Next one then. So according to this, so we've got Lesnar versus Omos then. Who you got?
Lesnar.
Well, yeah. Well, this is the thing. Yeah. I'm 50-50 on this one because I'm going to say Omos. Yeah.
See, I'm pretty confident in Lesnar.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, though, is his it's to do with the contracts because there's rumors that his contract's up, and if his contract's up, is he gonna put Omos over on the way through, on the way out? Basically,
you think they job him out to Omos on the way out? Like Omos?
He asked for the match though. He asked for that match. Lesnar did. So it's like it's. I mean, it could be because it could then be that it's Brockton basically and having that loss then before he goes, or I mean, he could do that way. But
I think this has Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant written all over it. Brock F5's the Giant, takes him out.
Yeah.
Just my opinion.
That way, yeah. I mean, that's obviously a possibility, for that one, There's everything's a possibility because you never know what's going to happen, do you? So,
It's true. It comes to the day of, and one guy says, all right, let's go with it.
Yeah, so so then Bianca versus Asuka for the Raw Women's Championship. I've Bianca.
Go first or me?
Bianca.
Same here. All titles are not going to change hands.
No.
They have not built Asuka up to really do anything. She's a joke. I hate to say it, but I thought her character would be much better, but it's not.
Yeah.
And
it does seem to be that she's not being given the opportunity, and she's I hate the word, but I would say buried. I would say she's like she's kind of being buried a little bit.
I heard this idea from another podcast, so I cannot say it's my idea. They could do like a WrestleMania 34 with Shinsuke and Styles.
Yeah.
Bianca beats Asuka. Asuka goes to shake her hand. Miss to the face.
Yeah. So then
not ruling that out for sure. Yeah.
So then set up the rematch for Backlash. Because that's the thing as well that we've got to think of is Backlash. Backlash should be straight afterwards, and it's always WrestleMania Backlash or whatever. So obviously, they're going to want to save some matches both for that for rematches and stuff. So,
and I think not all titles are going to change hands. So
no, definitely not. No.
Well, I mean, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 title matches. That's it. Wait, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, wait a minute. I can't.
It's the two women's. It's the two women's IC, US, and the main belts, because of course the tag belts aren't on. Oh yeah, no, yeah, and the tag team belts. So yeah, so it's six.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, half the matches are title matches. Okay. And I mean, these are some obvious changes here. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So you're going Belair. I'm going Belair.
Yeah.
All right. Next is Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley.
I reckon Ripley's got it.
It's got to be Ripley.
Yeah, it's got to be Ripley. She's
got
been pushed
the whole redemption story of 2020.
Yeah. It's got to be Ripley.
I predicted that match, by the way. I went on record in 2020.
Did you? Oh, fair enough. Okay.
When I was at the Rumble,
yeah,
I was talking to a guy behind me. Nice guy. Don't know his name.
Yeah.
I met him that night. Never talked to him again.
Yeah. Fair enough.
It was after Charlotte won the Rumble. And
yeah.
He was like, and who were the champs at the time? It was Becky and Bayley.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't want to see Becky and Charlotte again. I was like, nah, I don't. And he goes, I really don't want to see Bayley and Charlotte. And I'm like, no. And he goes, so what are they going to do? And I'm like, what about Rhea Ripley and the NXT? And he goes, his eyes got all wide. He's like, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
He's like, that would be great. He's like, I'd be all for that. I'm like, so would I. And unfortunately, it had to go down without a crowd. But, you know. Yeah. But 3 years later, Rhea Ripley gets her revenge pretty much 3 years to the day. I think WrestleMania was like April 4th and 5th or something. 3 years to the day, I'm going Rhea Ripley to walk out as women's champ, SmackDown women's champ.
Yeah, same here, yeah, for that one, yeah. So, yeah.
All right. We'll do the world title last.
Yeah.
So, all right. Gunther versus Sheamus versus Drew.
I think we're going to have different here. I feel
I feel like we might not.
I'm going Gunther.
Okay, we do.
Yeah, I'm going Gunther.
I'll go all in right now. And I'm going bold. I'm going bold on this one.
Yeah.
I think Sheamus takes this.
Mm-hmm.
But he pins Gunther.
Oh, yeah, that could be
What did Drew say the other night? He goes, you had your chances to beat Gunther, and you didn't.
Yeah.
That was the tell for me.
Yeah, good point. Yeah,
that was the tell. And this is the only belt Sheamus has not had.
Yeah.
Sheamus is clearly not getting any younger. Even though he looks great. But he still has the issues that he had in 2019.
I just think, though, that obviously in relation to Gunther retaining, I think Gunther's going to retain. They're going to give him the year's reign, which will be June.
It's possible.
And then Sheamus wins it in the UK for Money in the Bank. That's my thought from it. Sheamus potentially wins it Money in the Bank in July.
I mean, that's not a bad theory. I will give you that.
Yeah.
I could see it, but and then Drew beats Roman in the UK. Okay, perfect. No, not happening.
So that's what
Drew beats Cody in the UK. There we go. A heel Drew.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. So.
All right. Next up is Edge versus Finn Balor. Hell in a Cell. Who do you got?
I think Finn. Finn.
Do too.
Yeah, I think Judgment Day are going to clear up a Mania, completely, have a sweep a Mania.
I think I agree with you. I think this is the way to push Judgment Day. And think about it.
Yeah.
Does Edge really need this win?
No,
he doesn't. He's on his way out. He's out in August or whatever.
Yeah.
This is probably his last WrestleMania match, which is kind of wild. There's a lot of people on here which there could be their last WrestleMania match.
Yeah.
Cena, Trish, Lita, Edge, heck, Lesnar. I doubt Logan Paul. There was one more, I thought. Could have sworn there was one more. Oh, Rey Mysterio.
Cody Rhodes.
One can only hope.
No.
Impact's growing. Yeah, Rey Mysterio was the other one I couldn't think of. Yeah, that's like 5 right there. That's like, oh, that's my childhood. I might cry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going Balor. I think this is to push.
Judgment Day.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got to be, hasn't it? It's got to be.
Yeah. All right. Next up is the Women's Fatal 4-Way Showcase. Should I read the team names or?
No. It's fine. I've got me. So
I think this is rather obvious.
Who have you got?
Ronda and Shayna.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
Okay. Definitely. I thought you were gonna be like, yeah, Shotzi and Natalia. I would have been like,
well, stranger things have happened, but no.
I would have been like, yeah, stranger things have happened, but hell didn't freeze over.
But I've got Ronda and Shayna as well. Yeah.
All right. So since this one is so obvious,
yeah.
Who takes the pin / submission?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm down to 2 names.
I don't think it's going to be Raquel because
no.
No, yeah, because she's in run to win Money in the Bank. No,
nobody from that team takes it.
It could be Chelsea.
That's one of the ones I was thinking.
Yeah, could be Chelsea.
Yeah. or Shotzi.
Yeah, actually, I agree with you on that. Yeah,
I think I think it could be Chelsea.
Yeah,
just her screaming and then her, like that could be funny. They could have a funny moment, like Chelsea yells at Ronda asking for the manager, and then Ronda just snaps her arm. Yeah, that could be funny. That could be really funny done right. And then they have former prison inmate Sonya Deville making her return.
Yeah.
Prison Sonya, not Prison Dom, Prison Sonya. No, I was I make jokes, but I'm happy she's back. I'm happy that got cleared up. Good.
They could form a tag team.
Yes, but Sonya's got the true reputation.
Yeah.
I'm happy Sonya's back. Unfortunate for Carmella. But Sonya getting her WrestleMania. Is this her first? Was she on last year's WrestleMania?
No.
And she wasn't on. Was she on 37? No. They haven't done a battle royal
could be her first one then. So this could be her first one then, couldn't it?
Oh my god! I think this is her first one since 2019.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, I think so.
Or wait, or was Sonya in that 6-pack elimination challenge?
No.
You know what? She was involved, but she was with Mandy and Otis and Ziggler.
Oh yeah.
2021. 2021. No, I don't remember her being on there.
Yeah. No, I can't remember being on. This could be her first one then. So yeah. So
unless she was in that because remember the women had a gauntlet.
Yeah.
To face Natalia and. Who was the other one? Tamina? Was it Tamina?
I think so. Yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
I'm looking at it right now because, folks, we come prepared with our stats.
We definitely do, don't we?
Bianca Belair, Natalia. I'm sorry. Natalia and Tamina won.
Okay.
The turmoil.
Yeah. To
face Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler the next night.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah.
Okay, and then no Sonya, Lana and Naomi. Good lord, Billie Kay and Carmella, Dana Brooke and Mandy, Liv and Ruby. Hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of those women are gone.
Yeah.
And you know what? If you want to count Nia Jax, that's 6.
Yeah.
Wow. And I'm just going to quickly check 38 just in case. I don't remember her being there.
No. Yeah. So this is the first time.
An on-screen figure then? No. She was. Wait, yes, she was because Bliss came back. Yeah. So I don't think she was on that. Let's see.
No.
Usos, McIntyre, Bianca, Charlotte, Ronda. Wow, actually, okay. Last year they had both women's title matches in the same night.
Oh, so it could be then. It could be then a repeat of last year. Then
there was no match. Okay, they had the women's tag night too, but Sasha, Naomi, Carmella, Zelina, Liv, Rhea, Natalia, Shayna. No. This is Sonya's first actual Mania because
Yeah.
2019 was on the pre-show. I remember her being there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good for her. All right. I think Chelsea and Ronda could have a moment.
Yeah.
It could be funny. All right, next up. I think we're gonna have different opinions on this.
The men's showcase one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I didn't say that. Men's showcase fatal 4-way.
Yeah.
Braun and Ricochet versus the Profits versus the Alpha Academy versus the Viking Raiders.
Yeah.
What you got?
I reckon the Profits. I think Profits. I do. Who have you got?
Viking Raiders.
Yeah. Yeah. Could see it.
There's a method to my madness. Okay.
All right. Yeah.
Which will come in later, but I'll hint at it right now. I think a certain face team are winning the tag titles.
Yeah. Yeah.
Profits could be on their way out as a tag team, not of the company.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, actually. Yeah.
Alpha Academy is clearly splitting up.
Yeah.
And Braun and Ricochet, they were thrown together.
Yeah.
I think this is a good win for the Viking Raiders.
Yeah, good point.
I could look like a complete moron after this. But all roads lead to the Viking Raiders winning this match.
Yeah, I didn't think about that one actually. Yeah. So yeah, I'll still stick with Profits because that was my original one. But I can see what you've got there. Yeah.
Yeah, so, I think. All right. Next up is the WWE Undisputed Tag Team Championships. The Usos versus Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. Who you got and why?
I think Sami and Kevin because they're going to give them that big moment. If they do close out night one, like what it was originally rumored that they were going to do, then Sami and Kevin have got it, and they're gonna and there's a method to it as well, I think, and that which is what I'm going to say. I reckon the Usos are going to drop because then it then sets up a storyline for it.
I think it's one of those, if not Owens and Zayn, then who?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I got Uso. I got Zayn and Owens. Jeez. Next up is the second to last match, possibly. Rey Mysterio versus Dominic Mysterio. Who do you got?
I think Dom.
I think Dom. I don't think Ray. I think Ray would put over his son. I think Ray would gladly do it. Yeah. And this might be Ray's last match. Yeah,
it could be. Yeah. And I mean,
he's going into the Hall of Fame. Yeah. I wouldn't be shocked. And nobody goes into the Hall of Fame and then wrestles some more. Now, obviously, I know what people are probably thinking. Edge, he came back.
Yeah.
Goldberg, he came back. Who else?
There's a lot of them.
Yeah, I mean, but they come back. That's the thing.
Yeah.
They don't. Flair is the only exception, but he retired the next night.
Yeah.
So technically, the handwriting was on the wall. Michaels, he came back. All of these guys come back. They don't get inducted and be like, well, who am I fighting at SummerSlam?
Yeah.
That's my tell. I think Dom gets the win over Ray, and then maybe they have a nice moment at the end.
Yeah, like maybe all the Judgment Day and they're celebrating and stuff, but I don't know.
Maybe no, actually no, that doesn't check out. Never mind.
Because as well, well, this is the thing as well is there was added bits to it as well is in relation to the Ray and Dom match is if they still go ahead with it from what was originally reported is Legado del Fantasma will be in Ray's corner and the rest of Judgment Day will be in Dom's corner. So that they could then set up a future feud, obviously, then between the two of them again and stuff like that. So, yes, that's what I'm also thinking.
I just don't see Ray being that guy to be like, no, I'm going to beat my son. I just don't see it. All right. Last, what happened?
I can see Dom winning. Yeah.
Last match, possibly of the night. There might be another one added, because there are 13 matches. They like to even it out.
Yeah.
And I'll get into that when we discuss SmackDown a little. Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. What do you got?
Roman.
I'm slightly leaning Roman.
Yeah.
Slightly. Like 51% Roman, 49 Cody.
Yeah.
I
don't think it's over. I don't think the Roman story's over yet. It's he needs to hit that 1,000 days, which is going to be Saudi Arabia. He needs that.
To end another Mania with Roman standing tall. That's
I know. Yeah.
Something's got to give.
I kind of agree, but at the end of the day, like I've been saying for quite a while now, is they've been pushing for that 1,000 days, and as I've been trying to explain to people as well, and I'll say this again on here is, I can see that they're going to keep it on Roman because they're trying to sell the company. At the minute, they're getting these offers in the range of 9 billion and stuff like that because of who the champion is. Because they've got Roman Reigns as a champion. He's a top merchandiser seller. He's the money maker for the company. He's the ratings bringer and stuff like that for the company. They're going to be stupid to belt off of him until the company's sold. And that, have him still remain as a champion, and that if he's going off on break, have him run through till SummerSlam. The company should be sold by SummerSlam. Have him run through till SummerSlam, drop at SummerSlam. And that way then they can... But that way then as well, they can also then still complete the Bloodline story in the meantime with Jay versus Roman, Jimmy versus Roman, Solo versus Roman, and that, because they've still got all them to go. And I mean, it'd be weird because everyone's saying if Roman drops at Mania, he's then going to be gone till SummerSlam. Now that gives you, that's roughly what, 4 months or whatever it is? Like 3 or 4 months in between. Yeah, and with no Roman on there. And they're meant to then be setting up a match between Roman and somebody else at SummerSlam for it. Now, I can't see that happening. I can't see them having Roman out for 4 months between their 2 biggest pay-per-views of the year when they're trying to sell the company and everything like that. So I can see Roman retains and he finally drops at SummerSlam. Finally. And then goes off.
The reason I'm picking Roman Reigns is because he's at, 970 days or something?
So, yeah.
960, 970.
Yeah.
I think it's too close for them to pull the rug out from under him.
Yeah.
I just don't see it.
I don't see it either.
If Roman was at 800 days, I would probably be pretty confident in my Cody Rhodes pick.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is he's at 970 or whatever. And I think Roman Reigns walks out as champ. Now, does someone confront him to end the show?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like something has to give.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I got a list of names. Actually, we should go into SmackDown. Very briefly. What was I going to say? The Andre the Memorial Battle Royal. Yeah. There's Lashley and Knight in there.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if that gets turned into a WrestleMania match.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Because this is a perfect replacement for Wyatt.
Yeah. Well, that's meant to be the thing, is if what's on SmackDown plans is going to happen is, the Battle Royale should set up Lashley versus Knight at Mania, and then if Wyatt is coming back, I reckon they're going to have him come back at Mania and attack one of them, attack Lashley, to then set up a future match, basically. If anything.
Who do you think wins the Andre the Memorial?
I don't think there is going to be a winner. And
Lashley and Knight go over at the same time or something?
Yeah, I think Lashley and Knight eliminate each other. They both go over together. They both touch the floor together, so they're both out, and then that's then what sets it up, because then they can then put it down as then the match at Mania is then to determine the winner. If you get me, so so
it's not a bad idea.
Yeah. So no winner, and then obviously does it that way. That's what I think.
But I'm going in another direction. Now, I predicted Madcap Moss last year.
Yeah.
Fun fact, I did. I texted my buddies and I was like, Madcap's winning this thing, and he did, and they were like, "How did you know?" I was like, "There was no one else to win this thing."
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Bronson Reed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a good shout. It's a good shout.
They're pushing him a little.
Yeah.
And I think I think Bronson Reed could get this win.
Yeah.
Simply put, I just think it could be him. But your tie doesn't. It's not out of the realm of possibility for sure.
Yeah, like I said, it's just that's my thinking is that they're gonna do it so they both go over the rope together at the same time, so they can. That's then what sets up the Mania match, because why else would they have a Mania match between the two of them? There's no logical explanation there. So that's all I'm thinking is then they can then use that excuse. Then maybe Adam Pearce comes out and turns around and says, to determine the winner, you two are fighting on night 2 or whatever, or or you two can then have a match tomorrow against each other on night 1, and that's the last match to the card for it. I can personally see that for it.
Yeah, I mean, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, right. That's what I can personally see.
Last thing we'll do, I got a list of names. It's only about 100 to 150 names. Just kidding. It's like 20 names. It's like 20 names max. I 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It's not even 20 names. It's 17. Just a simple, like we did for the Rumble. Simple yes or no. Randy Orton.
Yes, I think back. Yeah.
Yes. I think he's earned a Mania return, and they don't do those often. I mean, I understand they did Cody, but like, that's a debut actually. A returning star at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
All right, I got it too. Matt Riddle.
I don't know. I know that obviously he's been cleared to come back, but I'm not 100% sure. He might. I don't think it's going to be actually at Mania. I think it's going to be Raw or whatever. Raw after Mania, if anything.
That's what I was going to say. He's a Raw after Mania.
Yeah, I can't see him coming down at Mania. Not at all. So, no.
If you smell, yes or no?
It's Hollywood. He's going to be there. He's got to be there in some capacity. He's got to be.
I know. I'm hoping.
I did get told something the other day that we could have a Mania 30-esque sort of Mania 30-esque sort of segment where, because obviously that's when you had Hogan come out address the crowd, because that's when he kept mucking up and kept saying the wrong place name. Right. And then of course when Stone Cold's music hit, that came out, and then The Rock's music hit and he came out and they had that massive segment together. I can see him and Stone Cold doing something together. I can. Obviously, that's what I can see. Cool. It's Mania, it's Hollywood. They're trying to make it big this year, and that I can see as a massive surprise. It's been kept quiet. You're there, you're not expecting it. The crowd's gone wild because a match has just ended, or it's been a really boring match. You say like maybe it's like one of the showcase matches. I won't say that, but
he comes out during the women's match like, wait, what's he doing here?
But like the showcase match has just gone on, so the crowd are a little bit deflated in that, and then like it literally ends and stuff, and then you're like, oh, what's coming on next? And then, if you smell, holy shit,
I'll lose my mind.
Like, that chant will just be like, holy shit.
He's got to be involved in so much. It's Hollywood. Come on.
Yeah.
If he doesn't show up at this Mania, he's never showing up again. It's just
But this is the other thing as well that I've heard is, well, not heard, but like just a little prediction on my part is, and I was saying this the other day, I can't remember who to. It could have been Viper, it could have been one of the other ones. I can sense for that moment that maybe Roman does retain at Mania after he's just literally smashed Cody, and that he's holding the belts up. Then all you get is, if you smell, he comes out onto the ramp, doesn't even make it into the ring, goes out onto the ramp with a microphone, literally looks down at Roman in the ring and just goes, I'll see you next year, or I'll see you in April. I'll see you next April, basically. And that then gives them a year to build that match. Then that way,
I would attempt to buy my WrestleMania 40 tickets on the spot.
Yeah, that's something that I can see, because obviously, if you think about it, Roman has been interrupted at the big pay-per-views several times after the matches.
Cena, Goldberg wasn't a match. That was SmackDown. Cena, Brock.
Lesnar,
who else? Anybody else?
I think that could have been it, but it's been a few times in that. But it's been always after the big events and that. And this is what's making me think that they're in Hollywood.
Yeah, but even on SmackDown, he's been interrupted, and he's like, "What?" Yeah.
But I can see it. Yeah, that maybe that they
man,
that maybe that they end Mania on a high, and because you got to think that'd be a talking point. That'd be a talking point because if they do have Roman retain, obviously you're going to have all the Cody fans really annoyed. So what better way to combat that? To combat all the boos that's going to be coming out from like all the Cody fans that are going to be in the arena, to then have The Rock come out and literally even just stare Roman down and just go, "I'll see you next April," basically. Then that way, then that's the ending bit. And like I said, that then gives them a year. So Rock can clear his schedule. You know, they can set that match up. Even if Rock can't make it in, he can film a load of video packages and send them in. And they can do video packages. Roman can do the in-rings. Roman can do the in-ring promos. That gives them a year then to end the Bloodline storyline and that do all these other matches that they want to do. And then finally, then you then get that Rock versus Roman match at WrestleMania 40, and then Roman retires. In my eyes, is it then Roman then goes off to Hollywood then or whatever? You know, maybe Roman beats Rock next year or something, or Rock beats Roman, and you know Rock invites Roman to Hollywood, and then sort of does it that way.
I would think Roman has to beat Rock. That's the whole.
Okay, yeah. Well, Roman beats Rock then. Yeah, it's like the final boss thing because that's the thing. They've got to do that match at some point. I know people keep saying, "Oh, I think he's over. I don't think he's ever coming," but that's the whole thing that they've been building up with this whole tribal chief thing. Is The Rock is the final boss. It's got to be done. You know, he's got to be. They've got to face him in that. And yeah, that's just a little thing. If they can't, if they don't have him in the segment, or they do trick people, you have The Rock in the segment, so they think, oh yeah, you know, that's him done basically. You know, he's done this segment with Stone Cold on night 1, for example, and you think, oh yeah, you know, that's him done. He's going to go now. Then he rocks up again at the end of night 2. Basically, you maybe have a little, and maybe night 1 you see a little video package of him and Roman backstage, like him maybe staring at Roman backstage or something, or you know, him walking past the Usos backstage or something, and that little sort of like conversation, or Heyman and The Rock talking backstage. That would set something up.
God,
that would do. Yeah, that's something that I can see the company doing. Just set it up, and then that will get people talking night 1, and then set it up for night 2. But yeah. Yeah, what was the other thing then? Yeah.
Okay, you kind of mentioned you kind of mentioned it. Stone Cold.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, then yeah.
Hulk Hogan.
I don't know because he having like all these operations and stuff.
Oh, I'm saying yes to Stone Cold. By the way, somebody has to stun the Miz.
Yeah.
Somebody has to take out the Miz.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, you're gonna have that segment with Miz, aren't you? So that could be the Rock and the Thingy segment, couldn't it? If you think about it.
I'm gonna say yes to Hogan. Do you know why?
Why?
Hollywood Hulk Hogan.
Oh yeah, good point. Yeah, good point. Yeah, didn't think about that.
And him, Nash, and Hall were supposed to be on WrestleMania last year. Obviously, we know what happened. Nash passed away. I think they could make up for it this year. Give a little tribute.
Yeah,
I'll say yes to Hogan. But if he comes out as Hollywood Hogan, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
All right, I'll say yes to Hollywood Hogan just because I'm a mark. I'll say yes to Stone Cold. I'll say yes to The Rock. Whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
Bray Wyatt.
Like I said, I think if he's coming back, he'll be back at Mania, and he maybe attacks Lashley or something during the match, or they don't even make it to the match. The bell ring before the bell rings. Wyatt attacks. That's a prediction.
I just don't see how you can have him show here and then just not have a match. I don't know. That's just my thinking.
Sets it up for Backlash. Then that way, then break and come back as 100%. You set it up where, because of course there's been no build to the match. That's the problem. There's been no build. So if they do want to do it, they can then do from Mania to Backlash build. But then, you know, if Lashley's moved on, they need to do something to reignite the Bray thing. That's the thing. Yeah. So either Howdy attacks or Bray attacks. I can see.
I don't know.
That's just thing. Which makes sense.
I don't know.
Do you not think he's going to be there?
I don't think so. It's a weird. Huh? I don't know. Because then I feel like people are going to be like, well, he's here. Why did you not just have him?
Yeah, good point. Yeah, she got a point for that one. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Very good one.
Masked Singer alum Alexa Bliss. Spoilers.
Probably not. If Bray's not going to be there, then probably not.
I don't think so. I don't think so either. By the way, I nailed that guess.
Yeah.
I'm like Alexa Bliss. My mom was like, how? I'm like, she's short, She was a cheerleader. She legitimately almost died in real life. I'm like, if that's not her, the clues are very misleading.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
it
was, you know.
Yeah.
All right, this one I kind of just threw some names on here. Gable Steveson.
No.
I don't think so either. Christian.
Again, maybe go back to the whole Edge thing.
And I'll say yes. I'll say yes just to give Edge everything.
Yeah.
Triple H.
He's going to be involved with it somehow. He's got to be involved with it somehow.
I think he could come out and like introduce the crowd in night 2 or something.
Because this is his first Mania, isn't it? This is his first Mania. Yeah, so he's barely going to be
last year.
Yeah.
So left his boots in the ring.
Yeah. So I reckon he's definitely going to do something, even if he opens it up before Cena and before Cena and Theory. Maybe if he comes out and introduce, like what Vince used to do, where he used to come out and go, "Welcome to WrestleMania." Triple H comes out onto the stage and just says it and that, and or even makes it into the ring and says it. But see what happens.
Yeah. All right. Some of these names, Ric Flair.
No.
I don't think so. Braun Breaker.
No, because of course he would have been fighting on the Saturday, so I can't see him showing up to the Raw on the Monday. I think they keep him off to Raw, if anything.
Yeah, I would say that too. Jay White.
No, I reckon again
Monday,
Raw.
Monday, anything.
Yeah.
Cardona.
Possibly Monday, but I know he's got a lot more indie dates still. He's got a lot more indie dates, and he's still got all the indie belts as well. So,
all right, we'll save that one for last. AJ Styles.
I don't think so. No, I think he's still. I don't think he's.
I'm not even sure he'll be a Raw after Mania.
No.
No. At this point, sadly. Ciampa.
Raw.
I don't know if he's cleared. Quite frankly, honestly,
he is. He's cleared. He's cleared.
He is.
He's cleared. Yeah, but I can see Raw. Yeah.
Okay. There could be a lot of Raw returns.
The thing is, though, I will say actually a minute before we carry on is. Don't forget the week after Mania week. So the week after, I think it's the 6th and the 10th or something. Apparently that's
let me look it up.
Apparently that's on
the 10th.
Yeah,
of April.
Of April. Yeah, that'd be the Friday. That'd be the Friday night SmackDown and the Monday night Raw. I think.
April 7th. April 7th is SmackDown.
Is it? Oh, it could be the 7th.
April 7th is a Friday. I'm sorry. Then April 10th is a Monday.
Yeah, so it'll be that one. Yeah, so it'll be the 7th and the 10th. Then that's the rumored dates for the draft. So I reckon some of these ones, if they don't bring it in, if they don't bring them in on that Raw, don't forget that SmackDown will be the draft. So if they don't bring them in on Raw, they potentially bring them in on SmackDown. SmackDown and the Raw after that for the draft.
That's a quick. That's what they used to do, but they would have to announce it like at Mania.
They probably will. Or they announce it this Friday. They could announce it this Friday. You never know.
All right, last name I got on here, unless something pops into my head.
Yeah.
Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
I can't see it. I can't see it
either. I don't see it either.
The next time he's going to be on TV will be announcing a sale, basically.
Yeah.
No.
I don't. Yeah. Unless Vince wants to come out and be like, then, now, together, forever, and just walks away.
Yeah.
Don't rule it out. Don't rule it out.
Yeah.
That's all the names I got.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Those are the WrestleMania predictions.
There's one name you missed out, and I'm going to ask you on this one. See what you think.
Okay.
Big E.
How did I forget? Okay. How did I forget? I would love it, but I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no on that one. I would love it. The crowd would go berserk. Even if you have them just come out and say hi, everybody would go berserk. But it's just, I don't know. No, I'm gonna say yes.
Yeah, I mean, one of the original pitches was Yeah, well, this is the thing is one of the original pitches was going to be is that that tag team term that tag team match or whatever it is.
Yeah.
The New Day was originally meant to be in that before Kofi got injured.
I figured because I don't think Alpha Academy would have been in it.
I don't think they were going to be in it. But the original plan was meant to be is that New Day was meant to be in that along, but then Kofi got injured, and they were actually going to have Big E show up literally in that because the New Day was meant to be coming out last, and to do it they were actually going to have to obviously it'd be in LA and that they were actually going to have Big E go Los Angeles and that like live and then like but people,
that'd be sick.
But then people wouldn't think about it basically until they obviously heard him, and then they were meant to be doing that. But I'm not 100% sure. I mean, because I actually posted it. I actually posted the tease for it because that was the original plan. But obviously, it now depends on Kofi's injury, whether even if they just have him showing up, basically, isn't it? And that, I mean, he could still just show up just for the whole thing, come back, wouldn't it?
I would be all for it. Big E would get a huge pop.
Yeah,
huge pop. That would be incredible. I'll say yes, just to speak it into existence.
Yeah. So that's cool. But so that's something that. One of the other last things I did want to bring up, because a lot of people have been messaging me about this whilst we've actually been on air, so I'm going to just quickly bring it up a minute. I put the news in the chat earlier on. It came down from that John Pollock. He's a reporter and podcaster. He's quite well known. He put in from a conference call that Nick Khan did or something today. Said about Nick Khan said that Peacock would credit WWE with growing its subscriptions. Then the last little bit was quite concerning to a few people because it says they're open to the idea if Peacock wants to turn the premium live events into UFC style pay-per-views modules, like similar on ESPN, during the next set of negotiations. Now, obviously, some people were getting a bit confused about what it was, and basically what that would mean is that you need to pay for your Peacock subscription, however much that is. I don't know how much that is. What is it, like $5.99 or something, is it? Or 10 a month, whatever it is then. So you'd have to pay that, and then on top of that, you would then need to pay for your pay-per-view similar to AEW. So you'd be looking about $50 on top, basically, for that.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah, the thing is, if they did that, then they're gonna lose a lot of people. Yeah, they're gonna lose a lot of people, and I can see that this is why it's going to be moving away from Peacock. If the company sold to say Saudi, as what the rumors are at the moment, is I can see them using Disney because they invest heavily into Disney. So I can see them putting it onto Disney Plus or one of the runs on that, isn't it? Basically, so yeah. So I can definitely see it going down that route. I can't see them going to the 50 quid pay-per-views or to the $50 pay-per-views.
I hope not. It's a scam.
That's going to kill a lot of people off. That is.
Yeah, and it's like AEW. It's like kind of like AEW. They have 4 pay-per-views a year. 4 times a year, you can meet with your buddies. Throw $5 in. That's cool. But WWE has 1-2 a month.
Yeah. Imagine a Saudi show and say Backlash in the same month. That's $50. That's $50 per pay per view. $100 for just that month alone.
Yeah, and that's
2 months apart, 2 weeks apart.
NXT. Yeah, NXT. I don't see it.
No. I can't see WWE going for that. They'll lose a hell of a lot of viewers in that if they do that. And I can't see them doing that. They're going to get AEW level pay-per-view views, like, I don't know, 100K or something like that, or however many it is. There's going to be a lot of illegal streaming of them as well if they go down that route. They won't want that.
And you also got to remember, you can get new fans just randomly at Peacock. Think about it. If you have a Peacock account, you're entitled to WWE pay-per-views. And you can just come across it one night and be like, oh, what's this? And turn it on. And it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
If it moves, that won't happen.
So that's the so that's the thing. So I can't see them going down that route. I can see them all. Well, hopefully they don't go down that route because that will literally probably kill the company off if they do that. Charging $50 for the pay-per-views. Yeah, no, it's not. That's an AEW move. That is. That's a company's going to close within the next year move.
That's a con move.
Yeah. Yeah, it is a calm move. So yeah. Well, anyway, we've had an extra long show today, but obviously we've had a lot to cover with Mania and stuff like that, and news and stuff. So yeah. Well, anyway, that's the end of the show. Next week, hopefully, we should have on our guest if all goes well, and also then we should then be able to do a catch up after Mania show. Talk about Mania and stuff.
I have an interview at 3 p.m. my time. I should be good. I don't see why.
Yeah, that'll be fine. Yeah,
I don't expect to go 2 hours with this guy.
No, that'll be fine.
Like an hour max.
Yeah. No, yeah. Talking about interviews as well, I will bring this one up on here. You already know about this one. Someone who I'm in chats with to do an interview on here, which is being arranged. I haven't got a date yet, but I will announce it now. Is the legend that is JTG. He will be, I'm in process of talking to him. He's going to come on Uncut one night for us, and that. Even if he just gives us 15, 20 minutes, that's still going to be amazing. Cool. Just to, just to do it that way for that one. And I obviously mentioned this one to you the other day, but I've had an update again today. Is I'm also in talks with Jeff Jarrett again to get to have Jeff Jarrett on here as well. Wow. His schedule's rather busy at the moment, so I don't blame him. So he said he will come on one day. He's just really busy at the moment, and it's a case of trying to find the time. So that's two big interviews coming up, which we're hoping to get sorted out. Like I said, I've got no dates for it yet, but that is two big ones that are coming up for us. And then hopefully next week we should have Vicious Vicky on, as she's known on the indie scene and stuff. And and then a couple of other people as well coming up, I expect, over the next coming months and stuff like that. So I will obviously pre-announce when JTG's coming on and when Jeff Jarrett's coming on, because that's going to be our big one. So we're they'll be pre-announced. They'll be given a week's notice for those ones. They will be. So everyone will be So that's that one. So anyway, like, subscribe as Bobby has there.
Yeah.
Check out Bobby's breakdowns.
California. I'll see you soon.
Yeah, obviously, yeah. So have a good flight. Have a good Mania. Keep an eye out for Bobby if you're there. Also, as well, if you see our guest from last week. I'll
be looking for him. I'm gonna hit him up on Twitter, and we'll try and link up. Yeah.
If any of the listeners as well, if they go in and if they obviously see our guest from last week there, say hello. Say that you're say that you're a Xero fan and that, and I'm sure he'll I'm sure he'll appreciate that. Obviously, if you see Bobby, just give him a quick punch from me. Just give him a quick punch.
Punch him in the mouth.
Yeah, just punch him in the mouth, or give him a chop. Give him a chop from me. If you see him, just that's what it is. I'll authorize it. It's fine. Just give Bobby just a chop from me if you see him. And and if anyone does do it, record it and send it to me. I want to see this. If you do see it, record it and send it to me, and it'll be on Uncut next week. If that's the case.
Of course it would. Of course it would.
I'll upload it and get it on Uncut next week. That's how we're opening the show. Just you getting chopped. just open the show.
Oh man.
That's how we do it. I win as well. That's the thing.
Oh yeah, I know you would. You'd just be like, you wouldn't even introduce you. You just play it right off the rip, and then that's it.
Yeah. We wouldn't have an intro next week. Next week's intro would just be you just getting chopped.
Me getting chopped on repeat.
Yeah, for a good couple of minutes and that. Then we introduce the guests and everything in and do the intros and that.
She'll be like, what did I sign up for?
Yeah. Then I'll close the show with it as well. So the last thing that people will see will just be you getting chopped again.
Good Lord.
But so again, shout out if anyone wants to chop Bobby, just chop him so I can get the video for it. Thank you very much.
It's not consent, but whatever.
I've authorized it, don't worry. If anyone says anything, just blame it on me.
All right, so you'll get my hospital bills.
No. We get free medical bills here. So we get free medical here. So
somebody's got to pay it.
Screw that.
He's like, no.
Yeah, screw that. Fly to over here and then you can get it free.
Oh yeah.
Jump on a plane and fly over here and you get it free. So, but no, we've digressed anyway. Alongside chopping Bobby. like, subscribe if you have fun then this weekend at Mania. If you manage to get any pictures, if you obviously manage to get any pictures, send them along, and then we'll obviously see what we can do. No doubt, probably you're going to do a special or something, aren't you, on Breakdown when you come back? Or
I have a live stream already booked for next Saturday night.
That's cool. Yeah. So
we're doing like a Wrestlemania review. Like if you like, I'll put pictures from my trip in there. You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. Yep. So we can do. So we'll get that. Yeah. So we'll get all that done, and enjoy this weekend, everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody enjoy the weekend.
We're here, folks. Wrestlemania, our Christmas. We are here.
Yeah. Hopefully we get a good couple of nice surprises this weekend, and hopefully it's a good show, and a good WrestleMania. So So anyway, so this is Xero signing out for the week. This is us done.
And I'm Bobby. I'll see you in Cali, and then by the time you see me again, if you don't see me in Cali, I'll be back in New Jersey. Very tired.
So we will see you next. Well, I will see you next week on here. No doubt I'll be speaking to a few people on Twitter. And Bobby, have fun tomorrow. Have a safe journey, and we are out.